actually watched your video on the marketing of foods. So I agreed with a lot of that, and that's something that we've been raised. I mean, since I was a little kid, they've hammered in the food pyramid and good and bads and lights and diets and fat frees and all of these things that are just beat you till it's crippling at times.
Right.
Truly, that sounds a lot more harsh than I meant for that too, but it is. It's a hard thing.
It freezes people. It overwhelms them,
Analysis
and
paralysis.
they get frozen, and then they just really don't know what to do from there because they were taught this way, and there's no nuance, there's no context, and they don't know where to go from there.
Yeah, I mean, if I gave you $1 for every time somebody came in and said, "I ate 0 carbs," you'd have a lot of dollars. You'd have a lot of dollars, man. I tell you, you'd have 2 of those shirts. No, I mean it's just funny for the things that people come in and see and the things that they've villainized or demonized. When a lot of times for somebody who's just coming, straight off the couch. First of all, some people have really nice couches, it seems, because they're able to get in shape super quick by just beginning. But a lot of the times it is just beginning. So where do I tell people to start? Start somewhere. So whether it's journaling down what you're eating. I've had clients who've done really well in the past with taking pictures of what they're eating. I have clients, my Fitness Pal was a big thing for a while. My Healthy Plate was a big thing for a while. The biggest thing is just beginning. So log your food, get some steps in. This 10,000 step number that people throw around, it's a mythical creature.
Just like 8-ounce glasses of water a day.
Exactly. It's pulled out of the air, but it's something that, you know what, if it's something for you to aim at and it isn't overwhelming, let's do it.
Right.
So that's my biggest thing is if you have a goal, you got to begin it.
Yeah.
So begin.
I find that a lot of people hate running, and they think that that's the only way to fitness is to go run. And so I give similar advice to, I just ask, what do you like? And you know what? They haven't thought about that. They've spent so much time thinking or trying to psych themselves up into doing what they think they're supposed to do. They never stop to wonder, what do they actually enjoy doing? And the area that you helped me in, I enjoy hiking. And that's, every chance I get, I'm out somewhere walking around, up and down. And I had injured my knee, and I was getting ready to go on a long out in the wilderness hike with one of my sons. And you helped me get that going again through a lot of very common sense, movements that if I would just keep doing them, I would get better. And I did. And I was able to hit, a couple of personal bests on that trip. And I almost died. That's a video for another day. But it was just starting somewhere. It was going from, hey, I'm less functional than I want to be, and I've got something I want to do. Now, how do I get from there to there? And yes, you just start. And the place that I tend to point people toward is get some comfortable shoes, go that way for 15 minutes and come back. And if you can't go for 15, then go for 5 and do it a couple times in a row. If you won't do that for 20 minutes, 3 days a week, you're probably not going to do something more complicated and more expensive. And that's how you can tell, in my opinion, if you're ready for fitness, is if you'll do that. And there is another kind of person. It's the group person.
Oh yeah.
Right? So what kind of group stuff do you recommend?
When it comes to group stuff, as long as it's a good program, so the classics are out there, the body pumps, the spin classes, it's another good one.
Oh, there's Zumba.
Zumba, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zumba. That's another good one. Movement is medicine. That's something that people say for forever. There is bad movement. There are some. It is kind of hard, but we're not going to get there. That's a video
another video,
for another
right?
Day. Video for another day. But movement is one of those things that in a lot of cases, if it's something that you enjoy, if it's a group that you can go out and do it with regularly, if it's something that has a bit of progression to it, progressive overload, slowly progressing through something to make it more challenging is kind of the move. You know, if it slowly gets harder and gets harder, it's pretty good for you.
Right.
So there's a ton of them out there. If you want to do P90X with friends, I don't know, you could do that. Maybe pirating, I'm not sure. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. But as long as it's something that you enjoy, it's sustainable, and it makes you feel good, why not?
Then
There's your
go do
push.
it.
Go do it.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.